Okay, at this point we have a working Banana Pro. We've copied the Raspbian operating system onto a micro SD card, and we've done our first boot on the machine, and we have a nice graphical user interface. We've also done a few commands necessary to get Wi-Fi working and to change the time zone. But up until this time, we've had to get it sort of down in the weeds of Linux commands to do those things. And it would be nice, since we have a graphical user interface, to be able to install various programs and make modifications of the system without having to know too much Linux. And so we're going to be talking about how a package that will allow us to install other programs. It's called a package manager. How we can get that running on the system. But first, we need to make sure we have the latest updates of all the packages that are currently installed. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. The way we're going to do that is with a Linux command, sudo apt-get, that's apt-get, space, and then we're going to do update. And this is singular. And we'll do a carriage return, see what we get. We need to do the password. The default password is banana pie. And we do carriage return. Okay, and there we go. We're starting to go through the various packages that are currently installed on the system, and we're doing the updates of all the packages that are currently installed. And this will take a few minutes to do. Let me see if I can move this down so you can see what's going on down a little lower here. It is working, and we're done, actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can. I'm going to close the terminal and open this up so we be able to see the next set of commands we got to do. Let me first of all close the terminal. And we're going to open it up again. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to install a package that actually will allow us to install other packages. So the command that we're going to be installing a package manager called Synaptic. And the way we do that, again, is we'll do sudo apt-get install, and now the name Synaptic, SYNAPTIC. Okay, carriage return. Password for sudo. Okay, so it's starting to install that package. Tells us how much additional disk space it's going to use. We're going to go ahead and do yes. And it's continuing to install. Now it's starting to configure the package. Still working to do the unpacking and configuration. couple of these processes take a little while, so things look like they've sort of stuck, but they'll continue. Just be patient. Now it's setting it up. Like I said, some of these will take a little while to set up. And it's continuing. I'm going to pause it here, and we'll be coming back when it's fully completed. Oh, it's already completed, so I won't pause it. All right, so we should have access now to the program Synaptic. So I'm going to go ahead and close this terminal for now. And what I want to show you, let me show you where to get. See if I can move this camera around and come down a little bit here. Okay, what we're going to do here, down at the bottom of the screen, we're going to click at the bottom, and we get a set of different categories, little folders. And let's see if we can find this now. It should be in here. System Tool, Task Manager, Other, PQ, or Synaptic. Okay, it's under Other at this point. And if we go to Synaptic Package Manager, it's right here. We open it up. Okay, what we have here, let me see if I can get it focused a little bit here. Okay, it wants us to authenticate, so because this is going to be making modifications to the computer. So again, we type in BANANA Pi, which is the default password. Okay, so we have, actually we can close this, or minimize it at least. And what we have here is our graphical user interface package manager. It comes up with a little short explanation of what it does here. It's always comes up in the first time of installation. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. And you can go to the Synaptic website and get a little bit more documentation on how to use this. That's probably the best way to learn a little bit how to use this. But it's actually very simple. Let me just pause this for a second, and I'll set the camera up a little bit better. Okay, move the camera in a little closer to show you some of the features here. And one thing that we can do at the beginning here is we can check to see if we have anything that needs to be upgraded. So we're going to go ahead and click this button that says Mark All Upgrades. Okay, and what you're going to see is a box that pops up here. Now what this does, this goes in and looks to see all packages that are currently on this system that actually are pretty far out of date, and will allow us to automatically remove some of the packages that really aren't needed anymore, and to install other things that are. So we're going to go ahead and just mark all those. Okay, and if you want, you can look at what is going to be marked for upgrades. Those are removals in yellow, and you can go through and double check. But this is pretty correct the way it does it. Okay, we have a button here that says Apply, and so after you've marked all the upgrades, you can go ahead and apply them. And it will come up with a little summary that tells you what's going to be removed, what's going to be upgraded, and what's are going to be installed. We're going to go ahead and just hit apply again on this. And it's going to start downloading packages that need to be installed, and it's going to be deleting other packages that aren't needed anymore. And in this case, it's talking about 165 files that are actually going to be downloaded for installation. Taking about a minute and 6 seconds. I'm going to pause it here until it's completed. Okay, we've downloaded the packages. I want to show you this. It's applying the changes right now. This box pops up. You can actually, if you look at this area here, it says automatically close after the changes have been successfully applied. You can select that. I usually don't, just because I like to watch what has been done and see when it's completed. Okay, we're going to put it on pause until we come up until the end, and then we'll be back. Okay, it's still configuring. We got this pop-up that says configuring jack D2. We're going to go ahead and just do forward. And it's continuing to update. We're probably 15 or 20 minutes into the upgrades. There's quite a few packages here that are out of date and need to be upgraded. So we're going to go ahead and put it on pause again, and we'll be back if any other pop-ups come up or at the end of the process. Okay, we got the box that came up that changes were successfully applied. And we can close the window now, so we're going to go ahead and close it. Okay, now what it's doing right now, it's reading data, and it's going to give us a current list of all the packages that are available for installation. And this is the really neat thing about this program. If we select one of these, at the bottom here, we're going to get a short explanation of what the package does. So you can scroll through here, and if you see something that looks interesting, you can actually click on it, select it, and you will get a description of what it does. It has a change log, and on some of these packages, it even has a screenshot of what the application looks like when it's running. Not all, but some the ones that actually are graphical programs. Okay, the other nice thing about this package is you can do a search. So what we can do is hit search, and we can type in something. Let's say browser. Okay, we type in browser, and we do search. And what this will do is it will look for the word browser, not only in the name of the program, but also in the descriptions of the program. So we now have a list of programs that have something to do with browser. And I see one that says Bluefish. This says is a GTK Plus HTML editor for experienced web designers. Let's go down a little further. And we can see, let me see if we can find a browser. I know, Chrome. Here it goes. Okay, there we have Chrome. It's Chromium, actually, the version for the Linux. And Chromium is an open source browser project that aims to build a safer, faster, and more stable way for all internet users to experience the web. So we can basically select a different browser than what we currently have installed, and I actually would suggest you install one of these. I think let me see if we have, there's a Firefox version here too, if I remember correctly. These are all other programs. They're all Firefox programs, but they're for different aspects of Firefox. So basically, that's what this package does, is it allows you to sort of browse other applications that you can install here. I'm going to leave it there, and like I said, after you install this package, you should do the Marco upgrades and upgrade everything that's already installed to its latest version. And then go to the Synaptic website and read their documentation to get accustomed to how to use this program. Okay, well, I'm going to end it there, and I'm going to continue doing some other videos about other things you can do with the Banana Pro.